Alright guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you here how we can take a mod such as this one that I have here on screen and convert it to be used with the team package elements in the modular mod system that I've uploaded. So first what you want to do, obviously, is pick the mod you want to use that does modify some of that stuff. As you can see on this one, they do all kinds of stuff. They pick Gantry, you can see in the background the garage elements, the pit crew outfits, the shoes, suits, helmets, all that good stuff. Even the R&D area uh, modifies pretty much anything and everything involved, like even down to like the contract sheets and the phone image and everything. It's pretty extensive. So what you can do is download it, and I have done just that. And I have downloaded it. Open the right folder here. Custom liveries, Porsche Golf, Ultimate Package, copy and paste method. I've downloaded it here, and what I've done is set up a separate folder outside of all of this where I am doing all my conversions and stuff for the moment. And I've copied each of the environment package asset group files. So basically everything except for character package. That is the race suits and helmets. So animation package, everything out of here, all these ERP files, all throughout those folders. And then also the environment package, second world, all the ERP folders in there. UI package, don't think that is, yeah, that's for the emblem. So I've copied all of those, just put them all in the same location here. The file structure does not matter, or the folder structure doesn't matter for this part of it. Now, these three folders at the top are these three folders here, and it's where the bitmap files are located, or the textures. And in case you're unfamiliar with it, the bitmap files are what the game uses to load low resolution textures for elements that are further away from the camera, to where loading the high res textures would be detrimental instead of beneficial. So you don't want to see a big giant 4K livery on a car that's at the other end of the track, to where all you can see is it takes up maybe, I don't know, 40 pixels on your screen. You don't want that. So you want the smallest resolution possible, so it doesn't eat into your performance while you're racing, and it doesn't eat into your VRAM. So that's what those are for. And you can see that whenever you go in here, load up textures, liveries, bitmap files. That's all that is. Just information for the game and the way it's handled. What I've done with the modular mod system, with the help of the creator from last year, is to contain the bitmaps all in the ERP file itself. So that makes the files slightly larger, but at the same time, there's not any extra files to deal with. Don't have to overwrite base game files and all that, and have to undo that when you want to play online. It's as simple as just modifying a couple of text files that I've included in the system. So once you copy those over here, we'll want to then copy. Okay, so the bitmap files here are only the textures that have been edited. And overall, that works out pretty good. But the problem becomes when we're exporting textures, all the ones that don't have bitmaps are going to look like this. They're going to be tiny, whether it be a 64 by 64 or 128 by 128. That's all fine and dandy, but the method I'm going to show you here for easily importing all this stuff means if the mod you're downloading doesn't happen to be quite as extensive as this one, you're going to have a lot of low resolution images. So what we've got to do to get around that is go navigate to your F121 folder. And we need to take these three folders from here and copy them over. But do not replace anything. Copy and skip any files it wants to replace. It's a lot of large file sizes here. It's 37 gigs. It is going to take a minute. Unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do about that. And Shazam. That we do it. The glory of editing. You don't have to sit through all this. So now you get to this point. It says, oh, there's 55 files with the same names. Do we want to replace them? Hell no. We do not want to replace them. Those are the mod files that we want to leave. So we definitely want to do skip. Do not replace them, or you're going to have to start this all over. Or I guess you could replace them and then copy the mod files on top and overwrite those. That would also work. Either way, you're getting the same effect and you're still going to be involved with copying all that stuff over. Okay, so now that we've got these uploaded, now when we click on these, now we've got full-size images. Look at that, you didn't even have to refresh or anything. As long as you've got the game directory set. I don't know if I went over that earlier actually. Make sure you do set directory into the folder that contains these. So this one's called exports. That's what you want it to set as you can see I've done that. Once you have that, then you're good. Then you've got headphones, all this stuff. All that stuff is there, looking good. You come down here, all these are all looking good too. Looking terrific. Next thing we want to do, we're only worried about the textures. So all we want to do, export textures. No. Export all. And we'll put them right here. So then you're going to want to open each individual one. Career Hub, textures, export all. That's a lot of exporting. Okay, so you see that now on the left here, I've got the ERP files, and below I have these textures folders. If you notice, the names line up with the names of the ERP files that they came from. So pitstop.erp exports into pitstop_erp_textures because it exported the textures. Each one's done the exact same thing. What I've done over here is where I have my team package _myteam.erp file from modular mods that we're importing all this into. I've created a team package myteam.erp textures folder. It's very important that you have it in the same location because just like it exports to the same location, when we do the import all, it will pull from the same location just like this. So if this folder was over here instead, it would not find it. It must be in the same location as the ERP file. So now what we want to do is open. I have them side by side, makes it a little bit easier. And we want to go, I don't know why that's being weird. Open this up, it's empty. We want to copy all of these over here. If you hold control, when you drag and drop, it will automatically copy just in case you don't want to completely move it over and then risk messing it up. We do that for every single one. Copy. And there will be some overlaps between these. So when it asks if you want to overwrite or replace files, you say yes this time. We do want to replace textures. We did not want to replace bitmaps earlier. This time we do. See, 8 files, yes, just replace them. It's all the same. It's important to note that textures that serve 2 different purposes will never have the same name. So whenever we're overwriting files, it's overwriting literally the same texture. There's no reason to not override when you do this. Because like with the 3 tiers for the marketing department, if it's something for like a tier 3, it's going to be unique. It's going to be a unique texture name to the tier 3 use. So you don't have to worry about overwriting it and be like, oh, well, should I go in a certain order? No, it doesn't matter. They're all the same. All those 198 files, all the exact same. And the reason that we export after copying the bitmaps is to make sure everything is full resolution. And what that does is ensure that when you import into the team package, myteam.erp file, you are getting full res on everything. Even if the mod you've downloaded doesn't modify everything, it will remain the high resolution. You won't get stuck with the low resolution texture randomly. Okay, so we've got them all. All the textures are here. So now we can open back up our Ego ERP archiver. We want to go to the team package myteam.erp. When we import all, it's only going to look for these specific textures. It's looking through these folders, which contain probably, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 files. It's only looking for these 38 textures. So everything else that's in there that's extra, it's not going to even look at, so you don't have to worry about overwriting something incorrectly. So you just open Team Package My Team ERP right here. Make sure everything you copied is right in there in this folder specifically. Then once you have it open, you don't have to click on the Textures tab. You can be over here if you want. But click Textures at the top, Import All. You may get an error. Sometimes it does. It'll say could not import all textures or something like that. The error actually doesn't mean anything. I don't know why it does it randomly. I haven't noticed a consistency with the cause of the error. But you just hit OK. This will still run. Like if you have it open like this and the error pops up right in the middle of your screen, you hit OK. This is still going. It still says success for everything. If you happen to not copy a texture over into that folder and it looks for one that doesn't exist, it will give you an error, but it would just say failed or skipped, and at the bottom it'll tell you the same thing. So that is done. So now we look at it, and now we've got the Porsche Golf pit crew. That's fine. That stays high res. That's still there. That's there. Everything is in there as it should be. See, there's that phone texture. We've got a contract texture, the pit gantry. Pit gantry, that's the lights for whenever you pull into the pit stall. Two gantry textures. I don't know which ones, like I don't know when one is used instead of the other. Maybe for those invitational events, maybe that's why it's called invite, but modify them both, might as well do it. Desks, screens, headphones. These are headphones for the R&D area. And these headphones up here are the ones that like the guys on the pit wall use and that kind of stuff. There you go. That's it. And then you save. Save it right there. Yes, I want to replace that. Then I'll take that, go into my folder, my game folder, F1 2021, modular mods, active, just put it right there. Team package, my team. Now, what we can do, just to test it out, let's see if it worked. Now we've got this image here that shows you that the modular mods are active. If you don't see this when you start it up, close your game and relaunch it to make sure that it's open. Or make sure that it's active so that it opens properly. And just to test it out, we can go, I don't have my controller hooked up, but we can go to time trial. Yes, because this doesn't matter. So, load up Imola. Bam. There you go. You can see the textures everywhere, the shirts on the people. Right, I'll turn my controller on. Normally race with a wheel, but got my Xbox controller so you can look around. Everything there. Screens. See the person there. Got an armband on. Or no, it's just the, yeah, it's the end of the shirt because of the Porsche colors. But yeah, you can see everything imported correctly and it works. Oh, not the headphones. So that headphones must not be the one that handles that. I'll have to go digging for that. Those should not be white. The looks like the masking texture that was imported that makes it clear did override it correctly, I believe. Because otherwise it would be a team color. But yeah, that's it. It works. And that is how you import. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video helped. And hopefully now you can get a more complete My Team experience with the mods of your choice. Thanks.